it's an icebreaker. So we're gonna have some surprise. We can see him here time to time since a few months, and we're gonna have more information about it. Her title is My Story. Please welcome Guila Brad.
So, hello everyone, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and distinguished guests. As a child, I've often been told that I was talking too much, that I was not shutting up, and that even I was asking questions in my sleep. Now, 20 years down the road, here I am, in front of all of you, forcing myself to talk. Now, how odd life is. Tonight, I'll share with you my story, where I'm coming from, a little bit of my passions and my aspirations. I've been born in a small, beautiful touristic town in the heart of the mountains in Eastern Europe, Romania. Now, as a child, I've been told I was pretty happy. I was smiling often and making people laugh at my jokes. I grew up in a modest family with both of my parents who have huge hearts and to whom I've always been very close to. I have no brothers or sisters, just to let you know, but I'm not a spoiled kid. So, as a family, I can say we had our challenges, but we always had a rule. We always stick together, and we create a beautiful space where we can share what's on our hearts, help each other, and uplift each other up. Now, in the early 90s, after my parents got married, they decided to buy a house and start their own family. Once the communism regime fell in Romania, a lot of residential houses that were previously state-owned were now available for individual sale. Now, my parents were interested in one of those houses, and they decided to buy one. Once they decided to sign the contract, there was a little clause in there stating that if the government decided in the next 10 years to change the law, that house was not fully theirs. The price was very good, so my parents decided to buy the house together with another family. Unfortunately, due to corruption in Romania, the law did change. And suddenly, the government was claiming back all those houses that were once individually owned. Now, for 8 years, my parents were in court. For 8 years, they tried to fight against this injustice and to gain their rights back to what they called for so many years their home. It was a pretty hard period of time in our family life, and my parents really had to take a difficult decision. Either put money on the side and hopefully one day buy a new house, or pack their bags, leave to Canada, and start a fresh life. Now, I was 15 when I came here, and I remember pretty well, I was missing my friends. I was missing my family, my cousins, even my ex-pets. I remember once I arrived to Canada, I refused to talk English or French for a full month, even though I knew pretty well the languages. Now I can say I'm well integrated and I love it here, even though I miss my home country. And I feel that there's pros and cons everywhere you live. And eventually, for me personally, home is where my family and where people most dear to me are. Now, I had my fair share of challenges once I arrived here, and I chose at one point to see every challenge as an opportunity for me to become more. And everything I've been through so far really shaped me into who I am today. Now, I am a dreamer, I'm a planner, and I ask a lot the question why. I really have an insatiable thirst for knowledge and discovery. And for me, the desire to know and understand people, myself, and life is really what truly drives me. Now, I love nature, and I'm deeply passionate about health, nutrition, community, personal development, and growth. And even though I'll be finishing my undergraduate very soon, I'm pretty sure one day I'll have a farm. Yes. Once I arrived here at 15, I had a pretty big vision about how I wanted my life to look like. And I was very motivated to work hard and to achieve my goals, even though I had no idea I was going to get there. And one of those goals was to speak English. Now, I remember very well the day I sat down and I took a piece of paper and a pen and I wrote down everything I wanted to accomplish by the age of 25. I wanted to discover what am I meant to do on this earth. I wanted to know what are my talents and how can I contribute and give back to people. I also wanted to discover the career of my dreams, but something that would not be only good for my mind, but also for my soul. I wanted to find the love of my life. I also wanted to build sustainable friendships, but friendships that would last the test of time. And lastly, I wanted to really achieve great health and to see what it takes to feel great in your body and have a sustainable long life. Now, my friends, I can tell you I'm very close to that 25-year-old mark. And I'm pretty in awe when I look back and I see that through a lot of hard work and persistence, sometimes tears, the majority of what I wanted did come true. Now, I've shared with you a little glimpse about myself and my story, a little bit about my passions and my aspirations. So I'd really like to conclude with probably one of my favorite quotes, a quote that really shaped how I've done things so far and probably who shaped who I am today the most. And here it is. Write your plans in paper. Write your plans in pencil. But give God the eraser. Thank you very much.